Welcome to The Explainer. Today, we're going to break down a piece of devotional literature to really understand how it builds its message of faith, prophecy, and, well, personal action. We're not just going to look at what it says, but how it's put together to be so powerful for its audience. Okay, let's dive right in. The entire message we're looking at is anchored by this one incredibly powerful verse from the book of Revelation. Now, this isn't just some random quote dropped in. No, this is the theological bedrock, the absolute certainty that the entire devotional is built on. All right, so first things first. To really get the message, we gotta understand the medium. What exactly is this thing we're looking at, and who's it for? So the source is a publication called Ambassador's Daily Banquets. You can think of it as a kind of spiritual thought for the day. And what's key here is that this specific entry is for August 27th, 2025. That date gives it a real sense of immediacy, It's for today. And this slide, wow, it gives us a whole blue point right away. We can see that the topic, the final victory over evil, isn't just a standalone idea. Nope, it's part of a much bigger monthly theme all about the second coming. And we also see it's from a specific author, David F. Nwafulu, which of course adds a very personal layer of authority to the whole thing. So, let's get into the main event, the core theological argument. What's the central idea this devotional really wants the reader to walk away with? It kicks off with this really definitive, future-looking statement. There's zero ambiguity here. The message is one of absolute assurance. A final, total defeat of evil isn't just a hope, it's a prophesied event, and it's tied directly to the second coming of Christ. Now, evil can be a pretty abstract concept, right? So to make it more concrete, the text gives us a specific trinity of antagonists. By naming Satan, the beast, and the false prophet, it turns this big idea into a clear set of characters whose reign of terror, the text promises, has a clear end date. And the process itself is laid out so deliberately. This isn't some chaotic, messy battle. It's presented as this orderly three-step sequence. 1, the enemies are identified. 2, judgment is passed. And 3, they're permanently contained. It's a structure that gives you this feeling of divine order and control over all the chaos. And this is where the framing gets really crucial. I mean, think about it. The image of casting evil into a lake of fire, that could be seen as pretty dark and violent. But the text immediately reframes it for the reader as a moment of triumph, of liberation. It's the end of oppression and the beginning of total freedom. So once this huge cosmic victory is established, the devotional does something really important. It pivots from this grand theology to what it means for you right now in your daily life. And there it is, the bridge. This question is designed to make you stop and connect that massive future prophecy to your own personal present-day struggles. It takes the idea of a final victory and asks, okay, so how does that help you on a Tuesday morning? And after that moment of self-reflection, the text doesn't just leave you hanging. It gives you a super clear two-part prescription. It's simple: reflect and act. First, remember the victory is already a done deal. Second, go live your life based on that fact. It's a formula for turning belief into actual behavior. This line right from the devotional sample prayer just captures the intended mindset perfectly. It's a request for help in living out a reality that's presented as already guaranteed. The focus completely shifts from fighting some battle to walking in a victory that's already been won. And finally, the document zooms all the way out. It moves beyond just you and your own thoughts and offers a way to connect with a much larger community, a whole system of support. I think this is so fascinating. The support system it builds becomes global and synchronized. By listing out these specific prayer times for different countries, it's telling the reader, hey, you are not alone in this. At this exact hour, you can join a collective action, reinforcing this shared belief across entire continents. And that support system just keeps on going with resources for deeper study. And hey, notice anything here? All 3 of these books are written by the same author as the devotional. This creates this really cohesive ecosystem of content, where one piece of media leads you to another, and they all reinforce the same core messages. And the network extends even further. This isn't just a one-way message being broadcast out. When you include WhatsApp groups, social media links, email, even a physical address, you turn a static text into a living, breathing, interactive community. And the devotional comes full circle, ending with its own final thought. It's a direct, super personal note that makes the huge theme of the Second Coming an immediate individual responsibility. That last word, you, that makes it absolutely impossible for the reader to see this as something abstract or far away. So ultimately, what this document shows us is this incredible architecture of belief. It starts with this cosmic, unshakable prophecy, right? Then it funnels it all the way down into a moment of personal reflection and a call to action. And then it surrounds you, the individual, with a global community and a whole network of resources. It's a complete system, and it's all designed to translate abstract faith into concrete daily practice.